Hello Aries, this is your reading for August of 2022. Before we get into the regular reading, which we're going to do with the cards, we're going to first talk a little bit about this big Uranus North Node conjunction, which is affecting everybody. Before we get started, my name is Vickieverlie, and you can find me at vickieverlie.com. Don't be fooled by imposters. And also, if you enjoy my content, please do hit that subscribe button. It does help me get to activate that YouTube algorithm and get my videos out there. So anyways, here's what's going on. We're having this huge thing of this North Node Uranian conjunction. This is big news, and what it is doing, it is inviting everybody, and it's feeding the energy for everybody to really align with their true soul's calling and to go to the next level. One of the things that has come forth during this time frame is we've had the introduction of the James Webb Telescope, and if you haven't seen the imagery, you need to check it out. It is so cool. It's like those Hubble, many of you have heard the Hubble, or at least seen the images of the space and the nebula and everything. Well, this is like the next level in space telescopes, and it's all those kinds of pictures, but much clearer, and just, you know, I'm just been so engrossed in looking at the photos, and it's so awesome. So just because there's this big event happening, it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom, which a lot of people seem to be kind of leaning toward. Major exploration, major discoveries. And who, Aries, that's you all day. You know, you are the trailblazer. You are the person that wants to go on and see the world and see the new things that are coming forth. So, particularly for the Aries rising, it's happening in your second house of money, finance, and security. So many of you may be changing, your income could change, your work could change, how you draw money could change, but also your values could change. What you thought you once valued, you may not really, it may not hold true anymore. There could be a big shift in that energy and in that dichotomy. So if you've been, well, here's the thing. We've got the Saturn too. This is this other thing I'm representing, Saturn, which is the Lord of the Karma. Both of these things are fate and karma too. The nodes are fate and karma, and so is Saturn. And they're combined. Saturn's also involved. Now Saturn is over here in your 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams, money from the career, and friends and associates. So Saturn, you may have a karmic tie with some of these, in some of these areas, and some of these people, in some of these areas of your life. People, I really want to say, karmic ties to some people in your friends, associates. Some of them may come forth and be instrumental in you making these big changes in your money and finance things. Now, instrumental could go a couple different ways. They may be instrumental because a lot of times Saturn could be the thing that pushes you. So these people could be instrumental in the way, like they're treating you badly, or you're having a conflict, and you could feel pushed out. You could feel pushed out of the group, I'll be real honest. But that's only because the universe is conspiring in your favor and trying to pull you. This is the pain that pushes you until your vision calls you. So you're being called in by this higher vibration of this North Node Uranus alignment. And you may feel pushed out, but that's only because the next stage is unfolding, and you're meant to move into it. So you're not out there alone. Even if sometimes you could feel alone in this kind of Saturn in the 11th, you could feel like you don't fit in anymore, but sometimes you don't fit in anymore because you're expanding and you're growing, like in the Uranian way, and you're moving things to a higher level, and maybe some of your friends are not, and that's okay too. You don't have to try to get them to come along. Maybe they're just not ready to come along, and that's okay too. But you've got to follow your true north, and you've got to follow your calling, or what's being presented to you at this time. Okay, Aries? All right, this is a little insight. I'm going to set this aside over here, and we're going to get into our regular card readings. First deck that we're going to use is the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, 3rd edition. This is the smaller deck, which is people really seem to like, easy to handle. You can find all my decks on my website. Then we're going to pull deck cards from the Hanson Roberts. If you're watching any of the other videos, I accidentally called it the Morgan Greer for like 5 of the videos. I don't know why I did that. I mean, Hanson Roberts was my go-to deck for many decades. I mean, since maybe the 90s, early 90s, I want to say. And it's even the deck that I used, you know, in the very beginning on YouTube all the time. And then finally, we're going to pull Animal Totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. if you are a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be some additional cards pulled, and we're going to use the good old Hanson, not the Hanson Roberts, the Morgan Smith, or gosh, I can't even get my deck straight. This Smith, the Rider-Waite Smith deck, the traditional tarot, you might as well say. All right, Aries, let's get this shuffle going for our Aries friends. This is for Aries Sun, Rising Moon, or anybody who has prominent Aries in their chart. This would apply. So let's take a look what is coming up for our Aries friends for the month of August of 2022. Aries Sun, Rising Moon. What is the message? Ooh, Nine of Swords is the first card out. So you've been, there's been some things. You've been sad. Well, you're going from 0 to hero here. Wow, we got 9 and 10 of Cups. That's some nice energy. Excuse me, the Temperance card and Star card. That's also really cool. 5 of Rods, 2 of Swords. Final outcome is Knight of Cups. Okay. Well, you're starting out in this place, and this is in your current energy too. So there has been struggle, and there's something that you have been upset about or worried, or even, you may have spent some time crying. What am I hearing? And I have cried like a baby in the darkness of my room. That's all I remember. Is that I think that's like a Bobby Sherman song. Is that a Bobby Sherman song? Get out of town. Let me see. And I have cried like a baby. I do look songs up. I have been known to look songs up, but I've been looking them up today because often there is a message. That's why I'm not just sitting here, hey, let's look up some song lyrics, just playing around. I mean, there's messages in it often. I think it's Bobby Sherman. Wow. Cried Like a Baby lyrics. It is Bobby Sherman. Get out. Wow. We're going way back on that one. Always had the best of everything, anything money could buy. I go first class and I'll live like a king till I die. I surround myself with treasures and devote each day to pleasure. Until late at night, this king begins to cry. Yeah, so that's kind of like putting on a brave face, like having things out in the material world, but really inside you're still hurting. And I've cried like a baby in the darkness of my room. Nobody there to hold my trembling hand. And I cried like a baby with nobody there to love or understand. Aw. In the comfort of my castle, I have lived my life in style. Let the troubled world just up and pass me by. I surround myself with treasures, and I fill each day with pleasure until late at night I cry like a baby. Okay. In the hollows of an empire, I became a warrior king, hunting gold deals and million-dollar schemes. When our fate has been decided and my soul's been subdivided, I will cry alone over half-forgotten dreams. Well, that paragraph right there is actually really poignant, Aries, because this is all happening. You've got some stuff going on in your money houses here. So these are these million-dollar schemes, and then our fate has been decided, and our soul's been. That's all. This fate stuff is all stepping in. Yeah. So what I kind of got out of that for you is that the pursuit of the almighty dollar isn't everything. That could be another thing too. I mean, yeah, sometimes what I initially said is, yeah, maybe you might have to leave some friends behind, and that could be. But maybe you don't want to just leave friends behind and just be all about that, grabbing that cash, There has to be a balance. There has to be, different parts of it. Whatever the case, whatever you're sad about here, Spirit is stepping in and stepping up and stepping in. And they're right there. They're right by you. They want to co-create with you. They want to bring blessings to you. They're trying to send you messages. They're trying to, put opportunities and things in your past. And, maybe it's time to leave this kind of thing behind. Your wishes come true. You got 9 and 10 of Cups. Wishes coming true, and 10 of Cups is a card of great happiness, and it's right here. It's right here. But if you're stuck in sorrow, you won't be able to see it. You got to pick your hands down from your face and take a look at what's around here, because there's some good stuff going around here. There's a decision to be made, and it looks like you might be trying to decide between whatever each of these people are offering. And it's interesting to me that they both, I think they're offering completely different things for you. Because this person is going in this direction, and this person is going in this direction. So you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. I might put that, at a crossroads. because you don't know which way to go. I'm not saying one is better than the other. We'll see what shows up in the next part of the reading. But we've got an air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Could be talking about, we have a full moon on the 11th in the sign of Aquarius. And then we've got a water sign energy, which is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. So it could be both younger people. So it could also be both of these situations maybe involve a younger person if it's some kind of romance thing. But if it's opportunities, these, I feel, the first thing that came to mind when I noticed they were both younger is that maybe they're both, this is like a I'm hearing the word fledgling. So it might be like a fledgling, just a company that's just starting up. Both of them are. Whoa, I thought I heard something. That scared me. Maybe I could take these earplugs out. I have these earplugs in my ear because this nasty perfume dryer scents of the neighbors, I'm allergic and it makes my ears tickle. And sometimes I can't breathe from it. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle up and get our information for Aries. Now, you are fire sign energy. This is air and water. You're fire. So we're going to be looking in this deck, we're going to be looking for the first fire sign that shows up that's going to represent you. First fire sign adult, king, queen, or knight. So whoever shows up first, that's going to be your card, your representation. And then we're going to look at the cards that are surrounding that significator or court card that represents you. And that's going to be, that's you right there, fire energy. Let's put another row below you. You've shown up as a knight. So I was talking all this stuff about fledgling and stuff. You might be a novice at this. You might not be, even if you're an older person, this could be you going into new territory. But before, when I said we don't know if we want to go with the air sign or the water sign, it looks like you're going with the water sign. Or maybe they might be telling us that the water sign is the better choice. Because you're looking to this person. Now, there's no gender in this. So if you're a female, this is still you, and you don't have to worry about, well, is this a man or what? It's nothing. Whoever is in your life, okay? But it looks like you're going to this person for advice and counsel, and it looks like you're asking them questions and you want to learn from them, because I do feel like you can learn a lot from them. You do have the Ten of Swords behind you, so I mean, you're still dragging this with you. Let's work on doing some major releasing. Let's move away from the painful things and not keep revisiting them. It's not helpful to keep revisiting them, because when you revisit them, it's been shown that these neural pathways, you might as well just you're experiencing it again in your body. Your body's, they do tests on this and you're experiencing it again, so we don't want to keep experiencing this Ten of Swords. Yeah, you've been through something. Sure you have. But there's hope for the future. There's a way is opening. A way is being shown to you. Fool is there. You feel on guard about this. You feel like, oh, I don't know. And that's very unusual, because Aries, you are the trailblazer. You are the new beginning people. You are the people that want to step that foot on that new path. You are the first ones to try things. But because, you're once bitten, twice shy, because you got burned, So let's shake that off. This is not the time to be in that vibration. Maybe some friends are not going to come along. Maybe some things are outworn, and maybe you're going to be moving into a new situation. It certainly looks that way. The King of Pentacles is real prominent here, too. It could be an actual person who is an earth sign, which would be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or Virgo. But it also could be, just the money man, the money person, and also could be representing of earth sign time, which is going down this month. We are going to be moving into the sign of Virgo, which is an earth sign, and the 22nd of August. And there's going to be a new moon in Virgo on the 27th of August. So could be more towards the end of the month when these things are popping up. Could be, this person is a soulmate too, and this person these are soulmates. Even if there's no romantic involvement, you're looking at some soulmate energy. You're looking at, an opportunity to get in with a new group of people that are more along the lines of the new you. I might put the new you there. The new you. Because this is definitely a time of the new you, not the old crap. And also, another reason I say that is because you are showing up as a knight. So this is you stepping out into this new direction, this new path. Dreams are coming true. It may not take off initially right away. Two of Pentacles is here. Maybe a little rocky at first. But you're going to, here again, we see this earth sign energy as being somebody of importance here. Because this time, even if it's not a female, the earth sign energy is right next to this emperor energy. So there's somebody who can make things, a mover and shaker that can make things happen for you. And they're definitely in the Pentacle vibe or the earth vibe, or showing up again and towards the end of the month as we move into the earth sign energy. Well, the thing with the Taurus, too, is also earth energy. So it could be, you know, really, I wouldn't limit it to the end of the month, honestly. You've got this news is coming. You've got this news is coming. I feel for some of you, this is, I rarely use the pages as people. Most of the time I use the pages as messengers. But this feels like for a lot of you, this is you. This is some childhood dream that you made. And I feel what I'm seeing is when you blow on the dandelion and make a wish and all the little seeds go out everywhere. You made this wish all the way back when. You might not even remember making this wish. It's so long ago. You made this wish all this time ago, and now the universe is answering it, but also now it's divine timing. You know, now things are falling into place. This is the right time for these things to develop here. And you are going to have a mentor or a helper or somebody that's going to take you under their wing and really help you along, and somebody that you could really learn from. So you're turning over a new leaf. It's good. It's good stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Animal Totem deck. I do want to make a quick announcement about the Ingress. Now, you are one of the Cardinal Cross signs. There's 4 signs in the Cardinal Cross. It's Aries and Libra, and Capricorn and Cancer. So as the sun moves down into the sign of Cancer, in the sign of Libra it will be, it's going to be changing of seasons. It always changes seasons, okay? Everybody feels this change. It's an energetic shift, but I feel that the cardinal signs feel it more than anybody. So you will definitely be in the mix on this. And that's not coming up till September, but I am opening up for that reading to look into that for you. And I always start about a month early to give myself enough time so I don't get overwhelmed, because it is a very popular reading. If you'd like to get into it, it's going to take a look at, get in on it. It's going to take a look at the last quarter of the year, you know, from this time frame roughly until the end of the year. You know, definitely check it out. It's available through my website. You can find the links below. What is the Animal Totem card for our Aries for July? I was going to say July, but you know what I'm doing. The wolf. The wolf to me is interesting because the wolves travel in packs, and you've got that 11th house activation. You know, and it's the full moon. So the full moon this month will be on the 11th. So it could be something happening around that full moon, but again, I do feel like you're going to be breaking free. You're not going to want to be in an old situation. You may put the call out to the universe, find my new pack, find my new tribe. And the universe, I keep getting the universe will respond. I might put that as your headline too. The universe is responding to your calls. Yeah, it really is responding. I'm going to write that down. If I don't write it down, it'll right on my head, fly right on my head. Okay, wild spirit of the wilderness, impeccable instincts draw your path, needing freedom to roam far and wide, embracing the interdependency of all life. Yeah, you might, I know, you know, you can be a little, you know, I want to say bullheaded, but that's more Taurus, but you can be a little cocky. Let's put it that way, Aries. Like, sometimes it's like you don't like to be told what to do either. You know, you can be a little cocky. But in this case, and I don't feel like the vibe from this person is, I'm going to tell you what to do. You know, it's more like, hey, I have something here to share with you. You can learn from me. And it feels like a very positive thing, and definitely something that you would want to step into. All right, before I wrap it up, I want to real quickly talk about, because it is back to school season, and if you're going to be buying some notebooks for school, for yourself, or even if you just want a journal for yourself, or if you have kids, why not check out my journals and notebooks that are on YouTube, on Amazon. Now, they're not under my vickieverlie, they're under my VV Creative. And if you can't remember that, it's okay. It's in the comments, and you can find it down in the notebooks and journals on my website. So it's a different moniker. It's the VV Creative brand, and all the notebooks are here. They're only $5.99 a piece. Why not buy something nice for yourself or for your child? And in the process, you're helping an independent creator like me. The sketchbooks are the blank pages. That's for drawing. And then the journals are the lined pages for notebooks. So if you need like a notebook to write in for school, you'd want to go with the journal notebook. One more thing, since we're going through this Uranus North Node conjunction, I came upon my book here a little while ago on my bookshelf, and I'm like, something told me I need to bring this out now. I wrote this book 10 years ago. I used a pen name, Lariv, which is my name as an anagram, Verlie, Lariv. And it's called Starseed, A Pleiadian Tale of Love by V.M. Lariv. I wrote this book 10 years ago. It's a paranormal romance. It's rough. It needs some polishing, but it's a good story. At the base of it all, it's a good story, and it's an interesting story. And it has sprinklings of new metaphysical and New Age teachings all throughout it. You know, I was trying to do the paranormal romance because those books were hot back then. There was all the werewolves and the Draculas and, you know, the whole thing, Sookie Stackhouse, all those books. So I looked into those, and I tried to the romance part I sort of tried to copy. I don't read romances. That's not my jam, never has been. But, you know, that part aside, it's a good story. You know, maybe the love scenes aren't that well written, but it's a good story, and it's got a lot of metaphysical teachings in it, a la James Redfield's Celestine Prophecy, where it's a fictional story, but there's all kinds of teachings in there, okay? I came upon it on my bookshelf, and I'm like, I need to come out about this and bring it out. I have had it on my website for a while. I put it on my website, but I didn't really come out and talk about it. So I didn't want anybody to know about aliens and Pleiadians and me, so I did it under another name at that point. But now I'm just like, whatever. Uranus North Node, let's let our freak flag fly, right? Let's just let it rip. But the thing is, if you enjoy, first of all, if you enjoy just sci-fi or this genre, check it out. It's available free through the Kindle Lending Library, and it's very inexpensive to purchase, even if you want to just have it. It's got typos. It needs help. But anyways, the other reason is I always saw this on film. I never saw it as a book. So if there's anybody out there who even just does web series, or like as a series or as a film in the industry, on whatever level, that would like to maybe work with me or use this story and develop it into a movie or even a series, because the book stops at a certain point. There's an ending and everything, but it doesn't have to stop there. I had a notebook. I can find it again, and there's all kinds of other things that could potentially happen, down the road here, involving like walk-ins and time travel and stuff like that. So, if you're into it, check it out. If you're in the industry and you want to work with me on this, definitely get a hold of me, because I just have a feeling like this is the time to bring this out. It's 10 years old already, okay? All right, so thank you all for tuning in and supporting me in all the ways you do, by liking, subscribing, by interacting with my channel, engaging. This helps the YouTube algorithm know that you do enjoy my content, and it brings it out to other viewers on the YouTube suggested videos and things, which helps get the whole word out there, and it's a whole thing. All right, Aries, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Time to let your freak flag fly. Time to really embrace who you are. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because definitely help is available. Have the best month ever, and we'll talk again soon.